हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सब? वेलकम। आज के इस एक्सप्लेनर में हम बायोलॉजी का एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। यू नो द स्टोरी ऑफ गोल्डीलॉक्स, राइट? द गर्ल हु वांटेड हर porridge not too hot, not too cold, but exactly just right. Well, enzymes absolutely love the Goldilocks zone. They are perfectly designed biological tools, but they only work when their environment is literally perfect. So let's dive right in and see what makes them tick.
Okay, so here's our step-by-step plan for today. First, we'll look at the sensitive nature of enzymes. Then dive into factor 1, which is temperature. After that, the danger of denaturation, followed by factor 2, pH levels. We'll then look at some real-life examples with pepsin and trypsin, and wrap it all up with a quick review and a final question. Let's get started. Right, let's kick things off with section 1, the sensitive nature of enzymes.
So we already know that enzymes speed up chemical reactions, right? But listen, they are not these unbreakable heavy-duty machines. Actually, enzymes need conditions to be just right to function properly. इसका exact मतलब क्या है? Well, अगर environment उनके हिसाब से perfect नहीं है, the enzymes will just completely fail to do their jobs. अगर थोड़ी सी भी गर्मी ज़्यादा हो गई या acidity level change हो गया, they'll slow down or even stop working entirely. Think of them like super precision tools. उनको अपनी maximum performance के लिए एक very specific माहौल चाहिए होता है.
Moving on to section 2, factor 1, which is temperature. Okay, let's look at this definition. Optimum temperature is the specific temperature at which an enzyme works at its maximum rate. So, ये वो specific temperature है जिस पर enzyme अपना काम literally सबसे तेजी से करता है. हर enzyme का अपना एक absolute पसंदीदा temperature होता है, जहाँ उसका reaction rate highest होता है. ये short answer exams के लिए बहुत important definition है, guys, so make sure you memorize it perfectly.
Now, for most human enzymes, this optimum temperature is exactly 37 degrees Celsius. और पता है, ये नंबर ऐसे ही रैंडम नहीं है. 37 degrees Celsius is actually our normal human body temperature. हमारी बॉडी के अंदर जितने भी एंजाइम्स दिन रात काम कर रहे हैं, एवोल्यूशनरी बायोलॉजी ने उनको इस तरह से डिजाइन किया है कि उनका ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर हमारी बॉडी के एग्जैक्ट टेम्परेचर से परफेक्टली मैच करे. Pretty amazing, right? And this brilliantly illustrates our concept. If you look at the x-axis, tracking the temperature, and the y-axis, tracking the rate of reaction, see how the curve goes steadily up and then peaks exactly at 37 degrees Celsius? That peak point is the absolute maximum activity level for human enzymes. लेकिन गौर से देखें, उस peak point के फौरन बाद ग्राफ अचानक से sharply नीचे गिरता है, like straight down. So why does that happen? Let's break down the mechanics.
First, let's understand that upward slope. Step 1, the temperature rises. Step 2, molecular movement increases. And step 3, the rate of enzyme action increases. इसका actual scientific mechanism क्या है? देखें, जब हम temperature बढ़ाते हैं, तो actually हम heat energy provide कर रहे हैं. इस हीट की वजह से मॉलिक्यूल्स के अंदर की काइनेटिक एनर्जी बढ़ जाती है. सबस्ट्रेट और एंजाइम मॉलिक्यूल्स बहुत तेजी से मूव करने लगते हैं, और जब वो इतनी तेजी से मूव करते हैं तो वो एक दूसरे से ज्यादा जल्दी टकराते हैं, which effectively increases the overall rate of enzyme action.
But what happens when it gets too hot? That brings us to section 3, the danger of denaturation. When things get way too hot, it basically becomes a life or death situation for the enzyme. So here's a quick question for you, straight from your textbook assessments. Wake up and think about this for a second. What happens to an enzyme if the temperature is raised well above the optimum? I mean, imagine putting a plastic toy directly onto a burning hot stove. What do you think is going to happen to its shape?
The answer is denaturation. Let's read the exact definition. Denaturation is the loss of an enzyme's three-dimensional globular structure due to extreme heat breaking its bonds. जब टेम्परेचर ऑप्टिमम लिमिट को क्रॉस कर जाता है, तो उस एक्सट्रीम हीट की वजह से एंजाइम के इंटरनल केमिकल बॉन्ड्स टोटली टूट जाते हैं. द एंजाइम कंप्लीटली पिघलकर अपना 3D शेप लूज कर देता है, और उसकी जो एक्टिव साइट थी, जहां एक्चुअल रिएक्शन होता है, वो कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाती है. थिंक ऑफ बॉइलिंग एन एग. The clear egg white permanently turns solid white, right? It cannot be reversed. Once an enzyme is denatured, it permanently stops working. Game over.
All right, let's shift gears to section 4, factor 2, pH levels.
So, pH is essentially the hydrogen ion concentration of the fluid environment. Just like temperature, enzymes have a very specific requirement here too. Optimum pH is the specific pH at which enzymes show maximum activity.
हर एंजाइम की अपनी एक जस्ट राइट एसिडिटी या बेसिक लेवल होती है। कुछ एंजाइम्स एक्सट्रीमली एसिडिक एनवायरनमेंट पसंद करते हैं और कुछ न्यूट्रल या एल्कलाइन एनवायरनमेंट में बेस्ट काम करते हैं।
But how exactly does pH interfere with the enzyme? Well, changes in pH alter the ionization of amino acids. This occurs right at the active site and it slows down or completely blocks enzyme activity. ये concept थोड़ा सा technical है, so ध्यान से सुनिए। जो enzyme की active site होती है, वो specific amino acids से बनी होती हैं, जिनके अपने positive या negative charges होते हैं। अगर हम surrounding pH को change करते हैं, तो उन amino acids की ionization यानी उनका electric charge बदल जाता है। अगर चार्ज बदल गया तो एक्टिव साइट की शेप डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है और सबस्ट्रेट वहां अटैच ही नहीं हो पाता।
Now let's see this in action. Section 5. Real-life examples, pepsin versus trypsin. Let's bring these abstract pH concepts to life inside the human body. Notice how distinctly different these two digestive enzymes are. On the x-axis, scale from 1 to 9. On the far left, we see the red curve for pepsin peaking at a very low pH, around 1.5 to 2.0. This is highly acidic. Then, on the right, we see the blue curve for trypsin peaking way over at a pH of around 7.8. This is slightly alkaline. Let's compare them directly side by side. Pepsin has an optimum pH of 1.5 to 2.0. It requires an acidic medium because it works right inside the stomach. Trypsin, on the other hand, has an optimum pH of 7.8. It requires an alkaline medium and it works in the small intestine. देखिए, stomach का environment बहुत ही harsh होता है, completely full of strong hydrochloric acid. Pepsin is extreme acidity में perfectly proteins को digest करता है. लेकिन अगर हम trypsin को stomach में डाल दें, वो वहाँ completely denature हो जाएगा. Trypsin को अपना काम करने के लिए intestine का mild alkaline माहौल चाहिए. Both are vital human digestive enzymes, but उनका Goldilocks zone literally totally opposite है. Okay, we're almost at the finish line. Section 6, review and active recall. Now, let's quickly test what we've learned. Guess the answers in your head before I reveal them. Question 1. Pepsin works best in which type of environment? Is it A, acidic, B, alkaline, or C, neutral? Now, let's quickly test what we've learned. Guess the answers in your head before I reveal them. Question 1. Pepsin works best in which type of environment? Is it A, acidic, B, alkaline, or C, neutral?
Now let's quickly test what we've learned. Guess the answers in your head before I reveal them. Question 1. Pepsin works best in which type of environment? Is it A, acidic, B, alkaline, or C, neutral?
If you guessed acidic, you are absolutely right. याद रखिए, पेप्सिन हमारे स्टमक में होता है, जहां strong hydrochloric acid भरा होता है. Next up, fill in the blank. Changing the pH can affect the blank of amino acids at the active site. Think back to that technical point we just discussed. What changes the charge? The answer is ionization. pH change करने से active site के amino acids की ionization बदल जाती है. Third question, the loss of an enzyme's three-dimensional globular structure due to extreme heat is called what? Take a quick guess. It's called denaturation. जब extreme heat की वजह से bonds टूट जाते हैं और enzyme पिघल जाता है, we call it denaturation. And finally, I want to end this explainer with a provocative, real-world question. If the optimal human enzyme temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, how might a severe fever, let's say your body hits 40 degrees, affect the enzymes working in your body right now? Seriously, think about it. जब हमें बहुत तेज बुखार होता है, तो हम इतना weak or tired क्यों feel करते हैं? It's exactly because our cellular enzymes are moving away from their optimum temperature. उनका reaction rate drastically slow हो रहा है, and they are in serious danger of denaturation. Biology isn't just trapped in textbooks, guys. It's happening inside you right now. Keep asking these brilliant questions, keep studying hard, and I'll catch you in our next explainer.